I believe it's recording. Okay. Start my video. Good morning, everyone. All right. Okay, so before we begin, again, I'm using some different sets of dumbbells. One's 3 pounds, another's 10 pounds. Do whatever works best for you. Make sure you have plenty of water close by as well as a towel. So we're gonna be sweating hopefully today. All right, with that all said, I'm gonna start my timer. We're gonna do about 3 minutes. Move this up just a little bit more. 3 minutes for the warm up. What I wanna start off with is a little jog in place. Not too much light there. Bouncing around, feel free to swing out your arms. For today's session, we're gonna have 3 rounds of different exercises. Each round is gonna be about 10 minutes long with about 45 seconds per exercise. After that, we'll do about 3 minutes of, let's do some squats. 3 minutes of abs at the very end, all on the floor. I'm not gonna call out any breaks, but we are gonna have about 15 seconds in between exercises so that you can get a quick sip of water, wipe yourself off if you need to, and we'll just keep going. I'm gonna do my best to run 45 seconds of each exercise. We'll see how my energy is today. Let's start with some back lunges. This is still the warm up, so you don't have to go all the way down into a lunge just yet. We still have another 1.5 minutes to warm up the body. Swinging the arms, moving the legs, big step back. 3, 2, 1. Next up, what I want to do is toe touch and reach up. Some of you at home may feel ready for a walk to a plank. That's what I'm going to do now. If not, continue with the toe touch. We have about another minute before we get started with the workout. I'm going to do one more walk to a plank. And then I'm going to come back up and we'll do high knees. Try to get a little twist in for your core. We're going to be working our core quite a bit today. Moving side to side. Let's go from high knees to butt kicks. Now that we're towards the end of the warm-up, we want to move a little bit faster now. Butt kicks, bring those heels all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Let's do a couple more squats. And then we'll get started with the first exercise. I'm gonna do one more. All right. I'm gonna start off with some lighter weights for this first set. What I wanna do here is a lunge. I'm gonna grab one weight actually. A lunge and a dumbbell pass. So I'm switching the dumbbell from one hand to the other right underneath that front leg of mine. If this is too much for anyone at home, especially because it's the very first exercise, feel free to just rest your hands right on the front of your leg. I want to encourage all of you at home to try and switch that dumbbell under the leg. That'll encourage full range of motion. All right, that's our cue. Moving on to the next exercise. Next thing I want to do, if you have a dresser, feel free to use that. If not, you can be like me on the ground. We're going to do some mountain climbers. Plank position, that's our cue. Let's go. If you do hear that timer go off, that just means we're going to either take a quick 15-second break or go right into our next exercise. Remember, there's about a 15-second break between each exercise today. So should be just enough time for everyone to get a quick sip of water and get themselves ready for the next exercise. I'm on the floor and this is our first set, so I want to keep my pace right about here. We'll try and go a little bit faster in the second set for this exercise. 5 more seconds, then we'll grab our weights again. Not even 5 seconds. Standing up. I'm going to grab my heavier weights for this one. And we're just going to simply stand. No legs right now. We're going to use our arms. We're going to transition. Here's a demo. Curl and a straight arm raise. Alternating curl, straight arm raise. What I'm going to try and do today is make every other exercise involve weights. Again, if you don't have weights, just focus on the contraction for the muscles we're focusing on. Right now, that's the bicep and the front of the shoulder. Work on those two right now. Definitely a time for us to slow down the heart rate a little bit. We're going to go up and down with the heart rate today. We got less than 10 seconds, then we're going to go into what I call squat jacks. So we're going to work our legs again soon. Let's do one more curl. All right, bring that to the side. Again, quick demo here. We're going to have our hands up. It's going to be a lot like a jumping jack, but I want you to go down, touch the knees, the bent knees here with the side of your hands, and come right back up. Let's go. That's our cue right there. Again, this is the first set for this exercise. So I want to focus more on form than I want to work on speed. Going nice and deep into the squat. Trying to bend my knees at about 90 degrees while keeping my back nice and flat. I do not want anyone at home doing this. Too much rounding of the back there. About 5 more seconds. Then we'll work the core. Excellent. All right, for this one, I'm grabbing my lighter dumbbell, just the one. Plank position. Here's what we're gonna do. Alternating sides. Grab that weight, row, bring it down, switch hands, row. This is something you can do on or off the knee, whichever works best for you at home. I'm gonna do the first half on my knees. Definitely feeling this. Good squeeze in the back. Squeezing the glutes to help keep my spine nice and neutral, to help engage the core. I'm gonna be off my knees for the last bit here. We got less than 10 seconds. Again, if you don't have weights, just focus on contracting. All right, moving on. Standing up. Still got that one weight. I'm gonna go from light to heavier. Quick demo here, quick reminder. Lunge, underhand pass, just like that. Alternating sides. Let's go. Taking your time, look straight ahead. Make sure your back is nice and flat. I want the hips going low. And I want to see deep lunge. Try not to lean forward to help yourself with that underhand pass. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can simply tap your fingertips together right under that front leg. My shorts are a little too long. I got to go extra deep so I don't get caught in my shorts. Let's do one more. Okay. Going back down on the ground for mountain climbers. If you want to use your dresser for little support, an elevated mountain climber, you can do that as well. And let's go. This is the second set, so I want to go a little bit faster with my pace. Staying light on my feet, keeping my hips low, eyes on the floor, looking right between my hands. I don't want anyone looking forward or up like this. That is not a good position for the neck. So eyes down. We got less than 15 seconds. Then we're gonna grab our weights again, working the arms. Do what you can at home. Take breaks when you need to. 3, 2, and 1. All right. I gotta fix my mat here. Jeez. All right, grabbing those weights. Quick demo. The curl and the front raise. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Biceps and shoulders. This may be the second set for this exercise, but I want to, again, focus on form than actual speed, especially with weights like this, my heavier set. Form is key for this exercise, especially in the shoulders. Make sure you're not shrugging. See if you can have a slight pinch in your shoulder blades. That slight pinch will help prevent the shoulders from going too far forward. One more curl. And one more raise just like that. All right, done with the weights. Going back into our more dynamic exercise. Quick demo, quick reminder. The squat down, tap the sides of your hands right on the knee, come back up. Let's go. This is the second set. So for this exercise, I do want to go a little faster. It's only 45 seconds, and then we're not doing this exercise again for the rest of the session. We got one more exercise coming up after this before we go into a new round of 5 different exercises. Same deal. We're gonna switch to weights every other exercise we do. 5 seconds, keep that back flat. Go deep in your squat. One more. Whew. All right, second set. I'm gonna use my heavier weight. Down on the ground, plank position. Oh, thank goodness for water. Plank position, squeeze the glutes, row, and switch arms, just like that. You do not have to do the plank on the knees like I am now. If you're feeling strong and you want to plank off the knee, go for it. Most important thing, make sure you're not twisting too much at the hips or the shoulders. By that, what I mean is when you row, don't bring yourself to the side. Hold that position, your torso facing the floor, just like that. Again, don't twist too much. It's not gonna work the back as well. One more. All right. All right, new set of exercises. Being that it's the first set, I wanna go lighter with my weights. Feet together, knees together, slight bend of the knee, bend forward. We're gonna row, kick back, and bring it back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna keep a good squeeze in my back while I hold my elbows up here. It's a long time. Squeeze, 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 down. Squeeze, 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 down. I'm gonna add a little extra to this. Watch the hands here, they're gonna twist. Hold, twist the hand, bend the elbow, down. Let's do one more just like that. Twist, twist, bend, bring it down, stand up, and that's it for that set. Putting the weights aside, we're gonna go into what's called a lunge switch. So to make this a little easier for some at home, simply back lunge, step, back lunge, step. A more dynamic way, switch and jump. If you are jumping like me, go a little bit slower than you would with a simple, maybe not so simple, with a step. A little slower if you're jumping. Hands on your hips. Yeah, it's still not simple. We're almost halfway through. Getting tired. If you are getting real tired and you want to switch to the step and lunge, like I do, you can at any time. All right, we got 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Next up, this is the first set still for this exercise, so I'm going to grab my lighter weight. What I want to do here, slight bend of the knee, back is nice and flat. We're going to go down, shave the leg. That means keep your hands close to your legs. Coming up, and bring the arms forward. Watch carefully when I do that. Down, feet are about shoulder width apart. We're not doing a lot of reps here. Turn the hands so the palms face up. Bring it down, right in front. Nice and slow. We're only gonna do like 4 or 5 repetitions for this one. It's supposed to be slow. It's supposed to help us bring down the heart rate just a little bit so we can get that energy back for the next couple exercises coming up. Last one here. Stand up. Forget that ding. Squeeze. Bring it down. Okay. Moving the weights to the side. What I want to do is called the push-up jack. So let's get on the floor. I'm going to show you my front view. Here's what it looks like. Wide, narrow. Watch the feet. Wide, narrow. This is one way to do it. To make it even more dynamic, watch this. Do what you can at home. Feel free to do the side to side on your knees as well. If you are on your knees, make sure you're squeezing at the glutes. Big squeeze in the glutes to help prevent your hips from going too far back like this. This is not what I want to see. Bringing the hips back like that. Squeeze together. Squeeze together. Keeping the hips forward to engage that core. And done. All right. Let's do this. We're going to get down on the ground. Grabbing one weight. I got my lighter set for the first set. This is going to be right over the head. We're going to crunch. Down, come up, not too much. Just enough to get your upper back off the floor. Contract on the way up and relax. If the weight is too much, even the 3 pound, just do body weight. If you are doing body weight, fingertips right behind the head. Support your head and your neck. I don't want to come all the way up like this because it gets to a point where we're not working the core anymore. So let's focus on just the core by getting the back off the floor and relax. I'm going to use my weight for the last little bit and, oh, that was a little bit. All right, that was set 1 of round 2. We got one more set to go for this round. Grabbing the heavier weights if you have them. Feet together, bend the knee, bend the hip, back is flat, row, kick back. We're gonna twist starting here and down. Remember, squeeze the shoulder blades. Hold that squeeze while your elbows are up. Relax and squeeze again. This may be our second set, but I want to use heavier weights. So I'm not worried about speed at the moment. I'm worried about form. I'm going to contract my shoulder blades together, squeeze the triceps, keep those triceps activated with that twist here. Twist, twist, squeeze, relax. One more. Finish this rep. And very good. Weights to the side. Next up, we got the lunges. The back lunge, again, either step like so, switching legs, or if you got the energy for it, the jump. Let's go. Go as low as you can into your lunge. Make sure your back is nice and flat. No rounding like this. No bouncing too much with your torso. Getting tired. Gotta catch my breath and still work the legs. We got less than 20 seconds. Do what you can at home. Again, go as low as you can in the back lunge. All right, let's 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew, I could not do another lunge. That's okay. Water. All right, grab your heavier weight. We're going to slow that heart rate down just a little bit. Heavier weight. Feet shoulder width apart, hands in front. Shave the legs. Keep that back nice and flat all the way down. Stand it up. Twist the hands. Squeeze the weights. Bring it down. Hands in front again. Bring that butt way back to keep your back nice and flat. So we're going nice and slow. You hear me huffing and puffing? My goodness. I'm only going as low as the midpoint of my shin. That's as low as I need to go. Right about here. See my back parallel to the floor? That's all I need. Last one. Squeeze. Down nice and slow. All right. Moving on. Spent that whole minute trying to slow my heart rate down. Couldn't do it. Okay. Back to those push-up jacks. Oh, man. These suckers. 3, 2, 1. Step. Out. Together. Out. Together. Again, if you want to be really dynamic with this, little front view. Little hop. Down. Up. Down. Up. Do what you can. That works best for you. Right now, I'm here. I can't do any more of those jumps. They take a lot out of you. I think I'm going to be on my knees too for the last 15 seconds we have. Watch those hands. You're moving them a lot, so make sure they don't go too far out in front. Keep your hands right under your shoulder. And stand up from that. No, not stand up. I want my heavier weights. No, I want my lighter weight. What am I talking about? Right over the head, down on the floor, and crunch just enough to get your upper back off the floor. It's not a big motion. It's not supposed to be full range of motion where you come all the way up. That's too much. Just enough to get the upper back off the floor. That's all that's needed. As for your lower back, think about pressing your lower back down into the floor as you get your upper back off the floor. And press it down into the floor. Press. Relax. 2 seconds. One more rep. All right. All right, 2 sets of that round. That means we're moving on to the next round. New set of exercises. I'm gonna grab my lighter weights for the first set. What I wanna do, demo here, squat and overhead press. Now watch this, we're gonna activate the core a little differently. As we come up, twist at the torso, about 90 degrees. I'm just focusing on form right now. If you wanna go a little faster than what I'm doing, you can. I just want to demonstrate form for this set. I'm going to go down as low as I can. Knees touch the elbows. And twist as I bring my weights overhead. 10 seconds. And then we'll move on. Oh, goodness, I just read what's coming up. Oh, forgive me in advance. Okay, here is where I'm asking for forgiveness. We're doing burpees. If you have a desk or dresser like this at home and you want to do elevated burpees like this, you are more than welcome to do that, especially if you are exhausted like me. I'm going to do this for the first half, about 20 seconds or so. Then I'll do my burpees on the floor. This is me prepping my body for this horrific exercise. Woo! All right, we're about halfway there. If you're doing burpees on the floor like me right now, when you bring the legs out, keep the hips real low, hips down. I don't want to see this. None of that. Hips down, stand up. Oh, that was the timer. No more of those. We do have one more set of burpees coming up in about 5 minutes, so not done just yet. All right, grabbing a lighter weight. Going back into plank position, very much like the row, but I want to reach up and down, switch hands, row, reach, back to the shoulder before you come down. If you have a dumbbell, or if you're just using your hands, regardless, your shoulder is a checkpoint. Pause, reach, pause, back down, switch, pause, reach, pause, back down. We're more than halfway there. Hips low. You'll have a little bit of a twist in the hips and the shoulders, especially when you reach up. So the twist is okay here. Bring it down. All right, moving on. Very dynamic, this next exercise. Very fast pace. Karaoke's in place. Watch the feet. You'll cross, bring it out, cross, bring it out. Alternating which leg goes in front. So right, left, right, left. I like to keep my hands right in front. Some of you may want hands on the hips. Some of you may want to swing the arms like this. I don't care about the arms. I care about the legs and the heartbeat. Very high heart rate right now. 10 seconds left. After this, we're gonna do another exercise with weights. Woo! Okay. Best part is we've kind of already done these two different exercises. I decided to meld together. So we're definitely warmed up for this. You're gonna back lunge and you're gonna do an upward fly. Back lunge, upward fly. Keep the palms of your hands facing forward. There's no twisting in the hands or the wrists. Make sure your arms are out like so. Slight bend in the elbow. And as you bring your dumbbells up right in front of you, they're gonna be about shoulder height right here. And you're gonna squeeze them together like you're trying to fuse the two dumbbells into one. That squeeze right there is gonna really work your chest muscles. Last one. All right. I need some water. 10 seconds. Grab your heavier set of weights. All right. Grabbing those weights. We're gonna squat, elbow to knee, overhead twist. Elbow to knee, other side twist. I got my heavier set here, which means I want to keep the pace I had last time. Same with you at home. If you remember going a little faster than I did for the first set, do the same thing now. If your heavier weights is just too much and you want to drop them and do body weight, you are more than welcome to do that. Less than 10 seconds for this exercise. Let's do two more. One more here, up, and moving on. My least favorite, the burpees. I'm gonna move my mat a little bit so I can use my desk for the first half of this exercise again. All right, that's our cue. Stand up or jump like this. If you don't feel like jumping, simply stand back up and go right back into a hop. Others, they want to give yourselves a little hop or a little calf raise. Do what works best for you. I got one more in me before I'm on the floor. All right, back up. On the floor. Notice I went a little bit slower on the floor. This is gonna take a lot more out of me. So I wanna pace myself for the next 6 seconds. I got 2 more in me. 2 more for that time. And up. Whew. Moving my mat back here. Going down on the ground. I'm gonna grab my heavier weight, just the one. We're gonna do that reach and row. Plank position, grab that weight. Remember, your shoulder's at checkpoint. I want you to pause for a quick second before you go up or down, okay? This is heavier weight, so we don't want to worry too much about speed. We want to focus on form. Keeping the hips low to make sure our core is nice and contracted during this time. 10 seconds left. Do what you can. Hold on, hold on. Nearly done. I'm gonna do one more. And good. 2 more exercises before we work on 3-minute abs. Standing back up, we're gonna do the karaoke's. Switching legs, big cross, let's go. You have a little swing in the arms like I'm doing, or if you want to twist, or keep your hands in place. Again, I don't care too much about the arms right now. I care about the legs, and I care about a very fast heart rate. If this is too much for anyone at home, simply little step like this. Or you can go into a curtsy lunge if that's a little easier for you or doable, okay? We got less than 10 seconds. Give it your best. And, oh, all right, moving on. I got my heavier set of weights for the lunge and that upright fly, okay? So 3, 2, and 1. Back lunge, hands in front. Bring it down, bring it up, down, up. Again, it's the second set, but look at my pace right now. It's not crazy fast. Now's the time to slow down that heart rate just a little bit. Just enough so you can probably speak good English, Ryan. 15 seconds left, not even. Squeeze the dumbbells together. Bring them up to shoulder height. Alternating legs for the back lunge. Notice how far back I'm stepping. Over my mat. And done. All right. We got 3 minutes left for the workout. I'm going to use this lightweight, this one dumbbell for one exercise. On my hips, twist, overhead, twist, overhead. A Russian twist, working the shoulders. We only got 30 seconds left for this exercise already. So do your best to lean back as much as you can. If you can lean back about this much here, that'll keep the core engaged 100% of the time. We got 10 seconds left. If the weight's too much for anyone at home, move it to the side. Body weight. Hands up. Hands up for finishing 3 rounds of Weekend Warrior. All right, that's our timer. We're gonna move the weight to the side. No more weights for the rest of this workout. Lying on your side. One leg in front of the other. I'm on my right side, so my left leg is in front. And I'm going to do some side raises with my hips. I'm on my elbow here, making sure my shoulder does not shrug. It doesn't come up to my ear or my jawline. I want to have as much space as possible right here, really focusing on the bottom side of my core right now. It's a really good exercise to do if you want a nice crease with your core here. If you're looking for definition from this workout, this is where you're going to get that defined look for your core. We got 5 seconds left, then we'll move to the other side. This is our last exercise here. One more, do it. All right, moving on. Gonna flatten out my mat. I'm all over the place. Okay, quick reminder. I'm on my left side, so my right leg is in front, okay? I'm gonna have my hand here as I lift up. My hand right here in front of me is giving me a little bit of support as I lift my hips up off the floor. If I don't want that support, I'll just put my hand to the side like so. I'm gonna let my hand slide a little bit up and down the side of this leg as I move up and down. It's gonna happen. You can also have your hand on your hip. That'll give it a little extra weight right here. That's all you need. If anyone at home is looking for a little extra out of this workout, they feel like it's too easy, you can put a dumbbell right here on your hip or a weighted sack. Let's do one more. And that is it. We got 3 minutes for the cool down. So I want everyone to lie down on their back. Straighten out your legs. Straighten out the arms, bring them over the head like so. I want you to be straight as an arrow. Stretch like you want to be 6 inches taller. Deep breath here, in through the nose. Make your stomach nice and big. And out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more time, in and out. All right, bring those arms over. Sit up. And reach for the toes. I think this morning, I'm just gonna go for a little more than halfway to my shins. If I go any farther, my knees might come off the floor. I don't want that. Hold here, deep breath. Round your back. 3, 2, 1. Let's get on one knee. Upright, hands on your hips. Lean forward with the hip, not your torso. I don't want to see this. Upright, shoulders back, head high, hips out in front. And we're going to work on stretching the hip flexor in the back leg here. For 3, 2, 1. Let's switch legs and bring the hips forward. Again, stay upright, shoulders back, chest out, head high. Deep breath. Catch your breath. 3, 2, 1. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to bring my feet together, face down, like so. Rounding your back, straighten out your legs. We're going to have our hands on the toes again, or if you're like me, you're not that flexible this morning, right on your shin. And we're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Very slowly. Straighten out your back, one vertebrae at a time. Your head is going to be the last thing that straightens out. Looking forward, widen your stance, really wide here. I want to stretch out the inside of the leg. Both hands on this bent knee here while we stretch out the straight leg here. Again, I'm feeling that on the inside of this leg. Keep my back flat and take it to the other side. I got one bent knee and I got one straight leg I'm stretching out here. Back is flat for 3, 2, 1. Straighten out both legs. Take a deep breath in as you bring your arms up and down. We're gonna do that 2 more times. In, out. One more time, in, and breathe out. And activity completed. Yes, I know, phone. Thank you. All right, all done with that. Okay, well, thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you got just as much out of that as I did. All right, so I will be on just a little bit longer in case you have any questions or comments you'd like to let me know. Other than that, have a great rest of your weekend. Hope to see you in the next workout. You are most welcome, Renee. All right, Bye, everyone.